I'm terrible at cosplay. So bad that I was once on a list of 15 Terminator costumes that absolutely blow. On the other end of the spectrum, here at New York Comic Con, a 10-foot tall Hulkbuster won $1,500 in a cosplay competition. In between those two ends of the spectrum, though, there's a whole universe of reasons why people come here and dress up in elaborate costumes. New York Comic Con is teeming with cosplayers. Tens of thousands of people cram into the Javits Center decked out in elaborate costumes depicting everything from popular superheroes to, well, I don't know what this is, but it's amazing. We could have spent days here just observing, but this being overthinking it, we wanted to dig beneath the surface and get at the why of all this. The fundamental driver of cosplay is, of course, fandom. Enthusiastic appreciation of pop culture properties and characters.
I saw all these people just dressing up, and I was like, I want to do that.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Captain America. Hawkeye, man, he's awesome.
It's just so much fun to meet other people who are also in like the fandom who are cosplaying the same things.
They're kind of taking the fan base that they love so much to the next level. You know, I'm a walking Ghostbuster, and people immediately like, oh my god, it's the Ghostbusters, this is the greatest movie ever. And if I excite other people about Ghostbusters, that makes me really happy about it.
This may be obvious, but it's worth stating. For the most part, cosplay isn't something driven by irony, like, say, a frat bro dressed as Santa during SantaCon. It's a very earnest and positive exercise, to the point of exuberance. Speaking of people dressed in red and black, check out this horde of Deadpool cosplayers.
She just gave me the really good name of Bruce Campbell.
But
it was evil Deadpool at first, but Bruce Campbell is better.
Deadpool may be an ironic and subversive character, but these fans' love of Deadpool is anything but. Even this cosplayer, who's taken on a variety of bear-themed costumes over the years, isn't doing this to mock Wonder Woman, Ariel, or Princess Leia.
I just really like to be funny. I like to make people laugh when they see me, as long as it's an iconic character that people will know when they first see it, but also give them that little bit of shock value when they see my hairy back, my hairy chest. As long as the word bear can be fit into the name, I'm cool with it.
Cosplay is largely an emotive and expressive exercise, but there's a technical aspect of this as well. Some of these costumes take real skill to put together, and their creators want you to know it.
Basically, it's a wooden structure with L200 foam, and the mechanism is a hardware glove with strings and springs.
I make all of my costumes. I made our costumes.
I wanted to be good at sewing before I made my own costumes.
Some do it for fun, others do it to show off their craftiness. But the theme that cuts across all of these different reasons for cosplaying is that this is a pure, authentic form of self-expression.
It's an outlet. It's honestly the best outlet.
Their personality comes out in it, so it ends up being just a complete expression of who they are on the inside. So it's, it's just a great way for people that, from all walks of life. We've met people that are, some of them just have office jobs all day long, but they come here and they let it out, so it's awesome.
Oh, this is great. You could be what you want to be. Nobody judges you. Nobody looks at you strange or weird. You could just be your all,
People used to be kind of ashamed to cosplay and kind of be like closet nerds. Now people are just like, you know what? This is who I am. This is what I do. It's more accepted. And people just go out in the streets dressed up like superheroes. People like what they like. And I think it was a shame. I think it was a travesty that you had to hide that. And I think Comic-Con does a great job of bringing that out of people and making people feel comfortable.
It's almost as if people feel like truer versions of themselves when dressed up as fictional characters. If I were to be cynical, I'd say that this is an indicator of the humdrum nature of our daily lives and how social norms and economic pressures are suffocating and repressing us. But that presupposes a dichotomy between a true self, expressed through cosplay, and a false self, expressed in day-to-day life. If superhero stories have taught us anything, it's that there is actual value in taking on multiple identities to serve different purposes. Peter Parker is a nephew and boyfriend. Spider-Man is a vigilante crime fighter. Bruce Banner is a cerebral and gentle scientist. The Hulk smashes. Cosplayers are large. Cosplayers contain multitudes. Besides, if you could take a lightsaber to work every day, then that lightsaber would eventually stop being such a special magical object. And if I saw this every day, I might die of sensory overload.
The one thing I didn't see this year at New York Comic Con was any Terminator cosplay at all. I guess I should be the Terminator change I want to see in the world and make that T-1000 costume for myself. I could totally pull this off, right? Until then, this has been Mark Lee for Overthinking It at New York Comic Con.